Hey guys, welcome to Lesson Silla. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use Azure AD dynamic groups to assign Microsoft 365 or Office 365 license to your end users automatically using dynamic roles. So in here, I've logged into portal.office.com using my global administrator account. I'm going to go into Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Then I'm going to go into Azure Active Directory. Okay, let's create a new group. So remember the security group type, the group type is security. And I'm going to give it a name. So I'm going to call this marketing department, for example, because in this particular example that I'm going to show you, I'm going to create a user who belongs to marketing department, and that user, because he's a member of the marketing department, he's going to get his Office 365 license assigned automatically based on the department that he belongs to. So I'm just going to give my Azure AD security group a name, marketing department, and I'm just going to leave everything as it is. Membership type, I'm going to change it to dynamic user. This is what's going to let you create dynamic roles, and based on matching those rules, your user is going to get those respective licenses. So I'm just going to select dynamic user in here, and in this option, it's going to ask you to create a rule. So I'm just going to select the property. Now, there are a bunch of properties that you could use. In this particular example, I'm going to use the department field. I'm going to go equals, and I'm just going to type marketing in here. All right, let's go ahead and save this rule and then click create. Our group has been created. Search for the group. It'll probably take a couple of seconds to come up. I'm just going to refresh my page. There we go. So that's the security group that we just created. As you can see, it's a security group. Membership type is dynamic, and we've just created a dynamic role where if the department equals marketing, that user is going to become a member of this group automatically. And we can assign a license to the security group. So all members of this security group will get that license. Now, one thing to remember is nesting is not acceptable, or it is not going to work. For example, let's say that this security group is a member of another security group. You're not going to get the parent security group's licenses assigned to the group members of this particular group. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to assign a license to this group. So in this example, I'll just assign Dynamics 365 for talent. I'm just going to leave all these applications there, and I'm going to click save. All right, so your group has been created, and let's just go ahead and create a user. You can create a user in here from your Azure Active Directory Admin Center, or you could go into your Microsoft 365 Admin Center and create a user as well. Bear in mind, it's the same thing. Azure AD is the underlying identity management platform that you have got. Even when you're working with Microsoft 365 Admin Center, you're essentially working with Azure AD as well at the same time. So let's just go ahead and create a user. Just going to go ahead and add a user. So I'm just going to type a random name. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to give username. And I'm just going to just assign a password. All right, that's all done. Okay, the password is, let me just set it up again. All right, so the password has been set up. So we go next. In here, you're going to select the location of your user. I'm from New Zealand, so I'm just going to leave this here as it is. In here, you're not going to assign any licenses. Remember, this user is going to be a member of that security group, so the license will be assigned at the security group level. So we're just going to click this option, create user without product license, and then just going to go next. Okay, and in here, you get to update some of the professional information of the user, what job title the user what job title the user has, what department the user belongs to. Now, remember in our example, we wanted all marketing users to get Dynamics 365 for Talent license in our example. So in here, I'm just going to type marketing. So this is the role that Azure AD Security Group is going to look for. So I've set up the department as marketing. Looks good. And I'm just going to go ahead and click next. Finish adding. Okay, wonderful. So the user has been added. And in here, it's going to say license board none, but that's okay because we're letting the security group assign the license based on the dynamic membership. So let's go back to Azure AD. You're going to search for the marketing. Excuse me, I'm in the wrong place. Let's go to groups. Let's search for marketing. This can take a couple of minutes to update. So let's see if we've got members. Yep, as you can see, the rule has matched one user, which should be the user we just created. Let's go to members. And as you can see, Troy Lark, he's been added as a member. So let's go to Troy's profile now. And as you can see, Dynamics 365 for Talent has been assigned to Troy's user account. And in here, if you go, it'll tell you that it's assigned by a group-based licensing. This is inherited by group-based licensing and can't be changed here. So this is automatically assigned based on the group membership. And as long as the user is a member of that group, that license will stay attached to that user account. And when the user is no longer a member of that group, that license will automatically be removed from the user as well. So this is, instead of assigning Microsoft 365 or Office 365 license individually, assigning a license based on a group dynamic group membership will actually make things much easier for you, especially if you've got different requirements for different departments of your organization. These rules are quite customizable. It could be the location of your team. For example, if you've got two teams, one in Los Angeles, one in Montreal, you could assign particular license based on the physical location, their job title, their department, as we did in this example. And you can also create custom attributes as well. So that's it for today. I hope you learned something new. Thanks for joining, and I will catch you guys in the next video. If you liked this, please give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to my channel. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.